tend to lose it, and I don't want to cuss and swear. Today's also actually I'm a Sabbath keeper, so really and truly I shouldn't be doing no video, but I don't want to be swearing in my videos. Hello guys, welcome back again guys. Back again and again and again. It's Jackie at you again. If it's the first time you're seeing Jackie, you know what to do, guys. I'm building this channel, so you know that you should like me, like my videos, like, subscribe, comment, and share, guys. Guys, anyways, I'm going to get into a few characters here. One of them is the general. One of them is Jamaican uncle. Another one is Trenchtown grandpa. And the last one is going to be Ayamara. And I don't know in what particular order I should go. But I'm going to start somewhere. Let me start with the general first. The general, I'm not going to bash the general, okay? But what I'm going to say to the general is, the general, you shouldn't try to get yourself entangled in Mara. I heard you say that Mara is the one, while you're on this YouTube space and while you're doing the motivation to do YouTube, you also said that you don't create videos every day. And I also watch your videos. When you do put out videos, I watch your video and I like your video because you're Jamaican, I am Jamaican. And I think we should all support our Jamaican people. But there is a time you have to call them out, okay? And I feel that the general, as a Jamaican, you know we don't idolize anybody and make nobody feel like they're better off than us. Make nobody feel like they're gods. Ayamara ain't shit. And I am going to say that I feel, in my opinion, that Ayamara is a scammer. The way how Ayamara moves, and I have to tell you, General, Ayamara is not the way how you think he is. At first, I used to be all Team Mara and I used to be all Team D. But when you go on Instagram and you try to comment to them and let them know, hey, you might not go harshly with them, but you might leave a comment. Sometimes, since they know they're not on YouTube, they really exalt themselves on Instagram. That dude, I remember, I don't know if it was last year when he was or earlier this year when he was in Argentina, right? And I simply said to him on Instagram, why, at that time, all of his subscribers wanted to see the baby. And I feel that Ayamara is not a loyal person. Because if you're loyal and the type of subscribers that Ayamara has, that is so dedicated and so loyal to him, you would think that after he's had the baby, you'd show your subscribers them. Most of Ayamara's subscribers are Black people. You would think that he would take that into consideration and show the baby to the Black audience, and since those are who are supporting him and being there for him. Instead, he was in Argentina showing the white folks them his baby. And those people in Argentina don't care about people like Mara. Okay? And after I told Mara that, you in Argentina, you're showing the white people in Argentina your baby, but you can't show your Black loyal subscribers your child. Mara came at me with all of his claws out. He came up with his teeth hanging down like you ever seen a wild bear with their teeth hanging down and claws out? He came at me with all of his teeth hanging down like a dog, like a bear, or like a wild bear coming after me. Okay? Just because I said that to him. And right away, he started carrying on Instagram, and I had to block him. I normally don't block people. Okay? But Igor saying to me, oh, if you don't stop that, I'm going to block you. Go ahead and block you because I'm going to block you first, which I did. So guys, if you guys think that Ayamara is a good person, wait, you will see exactly who Ayamara is. And another thing that to let you know that Ayamara is not a good person, okay? I remember when they had the hurricane in Jamaica, he and Dimwango, they're not good people. They're all about themselves, all about themselves, all about views, all about what they can get from their subscribers, okay? And you were thinking that since they've all gone to Jamaica, they mingle with the Jamaican people, most of what they get from either the United States, Canada, UK, is all Jamaicans that's all scattered all over the world that supports them more than any other cult community, more than any other race. The Jamaicans are the ones that support Ayamara and Dimwango the most. And when they had their hurricane in Jamaica, neither Dimwango nor Ayamara would at least put it out and says, you know what, people, I am just so sorry. There's a hurricane going on in Jamaica. Let's raise some donation for those people who have got their homes destroyed, who have got their homes washed away. None of that. So the general, what I'm trying to tell you, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time thinking that these people are for you. They're not for you. These people in Neba Anse, I know I'm not going to say all Africans. I'm going to say Neba Anse, in that village, that I should say that wicked village. They're not for you. They're not for nobody. They're just for themselves. All what they can get from people outside of their Neba Anse village. They're looking for international people who they can scam, who they can get money from. They have an habit of begging. They beg to the point where Ayamara don't even use his YouTube money. Ayamara, you know what he does? He sucks out his subscribers, the vulnerable subscribers, them like leech. He sucks them out. They're brainwashed. And I have to believe Black Beauty TV, that's a cult right there. The minute you start saying something about those people, they despise you. The minute you call them out on anything, oh my God. Ayamara, you know what he does? They come and they pretend. They pretend on YouTube because they know they can't have certain behaviors on YouTube. Because YouTube is not going to tolerate certain behaviors. But when they want to show out, catch them on Facebook and catch them on Instagram. Anyways, so, all right, the general, what I noticed when I watch in your videos, okay? You know you don't worship no human being. God Almighty is the one that you're supposed to worship. You're saying that you're Seventh-day Adventist. You don't worship no man. God is the one that created us, and he created us equally. He's the one that you should put your trust and worship, not a man in the village that's scraping what everybody got. And just because he's created a YouTube channel and build up a massive audience, massive subscription that is there for him whenever time he opens up his mouth and lie to them, you should not do that. You are living in Canada. You're in a way better position than Ayamara, even though you said you have a 9-to-5 job. You are way better than Ayamara with your 9-to-5 job and which the way you live in Canada. You can't compare Canada living to Neba Anse village. So you are a king compared to them people. We're part of that world where they come from. So take it out of your head right now that you're going to worship somebody like that. You don't worship nobody like that. And I notice you have a picture of Ayamara hanged up. You don't give no man that amount of strength to let him feel that he can have something over your head just because you are bigging him up and you're supporting him with everything. You're not a sucker. Jamaican people, we ain't no suckers for nobody. You understand? We know suckers. And I don't like the way how they are when it comes on to our people. And right now, to me, what it seems like they do, they take advantage of the elderly. And I'm not going for that kind of crap. They don't love us. They don't care about us. And let me get over to Jamaican grandpa now. Jamaican grandpa, you had the general said he had a conversation with you where you wanted him to create fake pages to go and talk about Ayamara. Why don't you talk about Ayamara yourself and call him a scammer yourself to his face? Why do you have to go to the general to tell the general and to go to other reactors, claiming that you're going to other reactors to get to team up so they can say bad things about Ayamara? You don't have to do that. You can just get right to that. You don't have to do that. You don't have to stay in the background and be stabbing him behind his back. He's not worth that. You confront him to his face and you call him a scammer. That's what you do, because the life that you have in America, Ayamara, even with that big old house in the swamp, cannot compare to your life what you have in the United States. So you are over him. And when I see all of you all, I catch the plane, I go to Africa. What you guys are catching the place going to Africa for? What you guys doing that for? Wasting thousands and thousands of dollars just to go to this one-eyed man that feels like he's better off than you guys just because he built up a YouTube audience and built up a big old house on the swamp. And you guys automatically think that, oh, if I book my plane ticket and I run to Africa, I spend hours on the plane, how many hours on the plane heading to Africa, oh, my YouTube channel is going to blow up. What you got to do that for? I'm coming after you all as a Jamaican. If you wanted us to do that, you got Carter Smith in Jamaica. Why don't you guys respect your own people? Why you guys have to respect people like those? Respect your own people. You also got Kino Life in Jamaica that you guys can team up with. You also got Jamaica Walk By. And you also got a lot more Jamaican YouTubers that can build up your channel. You didn't have to go to Africa. You notice all the Africans, them, when they want a lot of views, where they go at? They buy the ticket and run to Jamaica. So if you want a lot of views, you should be running to Jamaica, not running to Africa. What do you think? Never Answer Village and Kenya can give you what you want? No, might be for a little bit when Mara speak a little bit inside of you guys' video. You might get a little bit of views, but once you leave again, it's nothing. You got to do that on your own. You don't need to buy love. You don't need to buy respect. You can never buy love and you can never buy respect. Especially for people like those. Because you know what? They are so ungrateful. They don't care about nobody. Them people never had nothing in their lives. They live in mud houses. Okay? They take a bath in that river that he called, what? The YouTube River. The cows them shit in there. The horses them bathe in there. People wash their faces. People do all kinds of stuff inside of that water. They catch that water and still use that water for cooking and cleaning and everything. And then you're going to leave a modern world, modern society where we live in the modern Western world to go to a place like Africa to go start YouTube channel. And then when you get there, Jamaican grandpa, when you get there, you're claiming that you're going to sponsor Passy's children them. Instead, you leave your decent wife. You left your decent wife in America to go and mingle with village crap. Okay, to go mingle with village crap that they can't even find water to wash their behinds. You understand? They got to be begging and selling their coochie online to get money. You don't hear all this stuff that my Passy was doing? You know that? And what gets you to the point where you're so mad about it because you know you're guilty. You guilty of that. Running, trying to sponsor this woman, and just because she's younger than you, she is of age, of course, to screw whoever she wants to screw, but you're an older man claiming that you're a respectable man. You got your wife in America, you're married, you claim that all of your children are educated, you're coming from a decent background, you know lawyers, doctors, you know everybody, and then you're going to stoop down yourself. You're going to stoop down to cockroaches in Nebel Ante Village? And you expect Jamaican grandpa for people to have respect for you? No, tell me about that. You expect for people out there to respect you. You lay down with dog and you rise with fleas. That's what they say. That's what happened. So now you're going around to everybody else and you're making the general looks like he's telling a lie on you. Why would the general come up with a story like that? If you didn't call him and tell him nothing, why is the general out? What you're trying to tell me, that the general is lying on you? I actually believe you're going around and you're looking for people to be on your side, and you're looking for people to attack Mara. I honestly believe that. But you don't need to do none of that. You need to delete Mara from your life and from your YouTube channel. You understand? And say what you have to say to him and cut him off. And all of them damn clothes that you bought over there, those used clothes that you bought over there, those people deserve those used clothes. Of course they do. Because they don't have anything. They don't have anything. So they deserve those used clothes that you bought over there. But where they're at? Mara told you not to distribute those clothes until when he came from Argentina. When he came from Argentina, how did that go? You see everybody wearing the clothes. It even looked like Rocio was wearing some of the old clothes them too. It looks like that. It looks like all of them, David Jr., everybody, it looks like they're always wearing them old clothes that you sent. Because the old clothes that you sent is better than the clothes that they have over there wearing. Even though they are used. So, Trenchtown Grandpa, step it up like a man. You claim that you're all that. Okay? You claim that you're this big shot. And you claim that you're all that. If you're this big shot and you have everything going on good for you, which I know you got a good life in America. I know that for a fact. Okay? I can look at you and tell that you got a good life. So you don't need to war around and try to coach people and try to get people to come on your side to call Mara a scammer. They already know that this man is a scammer. Whatever you got to say to Ayamara, you can call Ayamara and you can tell Ayamara to his face. But you're scared of him? He's got two balls like you do. He's black just like you do. Okay? So what are you scared of? You don't need Ayamara. You definitely don't need him. You can do whatever you want to do and get a lot of views on your channel. You can go to Jamaica. You can afford to go wherever you want to go at your age. So why are you trying to coach people or going behind people's back and saying that people need to create fake channels and people need to do this to go into Ayamara live stream to call him a scammer? A lot of everybody knows if you talk to these reactors, they're all gonna tell you one thing, that Ayamara is a scammer. Why you think that they can't say to his face? You know what Ayamara does over there? The villagers can't tell him anything. He will put them in jail. He'll have the police come and arrest them. Because it seems as if he has the police and everybody in his middle of his hand middle. Allegedly. Okay? This is my opinion. This is my channel. This is what I'm doing. All of this reaction is coming from my opinion. And I have a right to my opinion, just like all other you have a right to your opinion. I'm sitting down in my living room, even though I have not moved in my living room yet, but I'm going to speak about what I'm seeing going on. And the general, if it was me like you, I'm going back and forth, back and forth. I would take down that ugly picture of Ayamara that you have, and I would stand up and stamp out that picture, stamp it out, and throw that shit in the garbage. It's not worth it. You don't owe him nothing. If you want to continue on your YouTube channel and you want to continue to react on him, you can do that. But you shouldn't have to be glorifying another man. You don't do that. You got children. I don't know anything about you, but I don't know if you have wife and children, or you might have, like I said, you have a good life in Canada, better. You glorify your life. You don't glorify people like these, because sooner or later, all of his supporters, and sooner or later, going to see Mara for who Mara really is. And in my opinion, I feel that Ayamara is a scammer, in my opinion. Because I was all on board with them. But when he came off on Instagram and said, this is how you really is in real life. You're just up on the screen pretending, huh? Yeah, but I got you. Yeah. So don't worry about wasting your time on Ayamara. Okay? He's not that important. All he's doing is trying to scrape for everything that he can scrape to put inside of his pocket. You look at look at his baby. He's already taking care of them. You know who takes care of the baby and roast your subscribers? Subscribers. Ayamara said with his own mouth when I used to watch his videos that he never goes to the bank to take out money out of the bank. He gets super slapping. He gets all kinds of donation coming into him. And he said he's a rich man. If somebody is saying to you guys that I am a rich man, if somebody is telling you guys to your face on videos that I am a rich man, why are you guys so stupid? All of you all stupid subscribers out there that's taking care of Ayamara and Ayamara's woman and his kid. You guys are stupid. You guys cannot pay you guys' rent. You guys can't do nothing. You guys barely can afford to pay rent or barely can afford to buy food where you guys are at. And you guys are taking your social security check and the last little bit government money that you guys get and working hard like a dog. You guys go out there, go work 9 till 5, slave yourself, having bosses over your head, having bosses writing you up, having bosses watching everything that you're doing, treating like you guys, you're working for them, but yes, they treat you like you're the enemy. You're only there just to produce their job and they pay you. You guys are nothing to them. Okay, but you guys are taking that hard-earned money that you have to suffer for in your job and you're sending to people like those after he'll come up on his live stream and every one of his video to say that I am a rich man. We're unhurt. I am going to send money to a rich man. I must be a fool. And the thing about it, guys, I know this on YouTube and also on other social media. You guys really don't take care of poor folks. All of you guys' money go to rich people. Isn't that weird? Isn't that a twist of the mind? How on earth you guys mind set up that way to think that you guys can donate to rich people, but you guys can't even buy a loaf of bread for your poor next door neighbor or to see somebody on the street that needs something, a plate of food to eat, drinks. Don't you think that you should be using that money going out into your city, looking for people on the street corner that don't have a meal, that don't have nowhere to sleep tonight? Okay, and give them something to eat at least instead of sending that money to Africa. Come on now. Who is messed up here? Who is messed up? You guys are really some fools. You guys are some fools. And now, Trenchtown Grandpa, you wait aside. I'm coming back to you. Jamaican uncle. I don't know what's going on with you. You might be a good business person because you sold your restaurant to your chef and you got a good business brains. You're retired from your business. You get money from your business every month, and you get money from Social Security every month. You get money here and there. You're going to go ahead now in your business and you're going to say to yourself, I am watching this African dude that be running all over the place to Jamaica. I'm watching this African dude that's going all over, messing with women in nightclubs. Back then, a real passport bro that picks up women from different countries. You're watching him on your TV, see how he's flinging his shit around the streets, because that's all they do is walk the streets. They don't do nothing productive like Christmas lists. They just walk around like wild animals in the streets and call themselves creating a video with no sense. You understand? And then you're going to go ahead and sit down and size him up, stalking him. I would say you were stalking him. You turn around and say to yourself, I got to get rid of this restaurant, man. This restaurant is holding me back. There's a black man up there that I'm targeting this black man. I'm heading to his home. I don't care if he insults me out of there, but I'm heading to Africa. You turn around and you sold your restaurant. You grab every little shilling that you got. You claim that you're married, but yet still nobody haven't seen your wife in Canada. You got grandkids, of course, and you got children, but they're limited on your channel, which you have a right to do that. But you're going to head all the way to Canada. Not to Canada, guys. Forget that. Heading all the way to Kenya, East Africa, in the Never Answer village. Show up at this man's gateway because he was building a big old house on the swamp. All these shenanigans that he's been doing. Building up using subscribers' money. And you took a plane and you head over to Nebaansi, and you claim that when you got there, you took off your shoes and put your feet on the ground and says, yes, Africa, I am here to see this man called Ayamara. And when they let you through the gate, because at first you're not telling us everything. In order for you to just show up at that time, you had to let whoever was watching the gate at that time tell Hayamari that I got a lot of gifts for him. And I'm a Jamaican man. I live in the United States and I'm coming here to shower him with gifts. I got a lot of gifts for him and money for him. And you left everything and you went to Ayamara to kiss Ayamara's ass with a lot of money and a lot of gifts. We even heard allegedly that you gave baby Maisha they gave him $4,000 towards baby Maisha. And look at all of the poor people in Jamaica that needs your help. You're going to fly all the way. I'm sure a plane ticket from the United States to Africa return, I think is $2,000. And from where you had to go to Jamaica, it's probably about $400. $1,500, $1,600 more you're going to take and feed all of the poor people in Jamaica. But instead you run to Africa. And then when you're in America, even though you do a lot of yard work, but when you go to Africa, the way how your backside go up and down walking, the way I don't know if something clicks up inside of your head when you go to Africa. Oh, you tell yourself, me, I'm from America. I'm going to get all of these women here. All of these poor women here, I can get them because I got the U.S. money. I believe that's what you've been doing. I believe that's what you do. You just go over there to Ayamara. You stay there for free, of course, but you got to pay your ass off. Even though that Ayamara claiming that he's not going to charge you no money. But behind the scenes, you be buying everything that they need. You pay that man like I don't know. You pay that man like that man is either your pimp or somebody for you. And the way how you is in love with that man, it seems like you would love to marry that dude. or you love to have a relationship with that dude. You're so mesmerized. You're so fascinated with Ayamara. I never seen Jamaican men do shit like this ever since. I know myself. Things and times have really changed, boy, I tell you. And things of times have really changed for the worse. Because I've never seen Jamaican men behave like this. Never. Running behind kissing ass. Kissing Marash Tutu. That's what you're doing. I am tired of all of you all worshiping this weird false dude. This weird no good dude. The day when YouTube stop YouTubing for him, we're going to see how many of you all going to be running to Africa to change his diapers or to wipe his tears the day when YouTube stop YouTubing for this man. Because you know what? That's an imposter right there. That's an imposter. Whether you guys like it or not, this is my opinion. And I'm telling him to his face. I don't have to go and call the general. I don't have to go and call reactors. I don't have to go create fake channel and create this or whatever you guys call the fake channel there to go in his live stream to tell him. I don't even watch him no more. Not like that. His live stream, this dude here has no kind of character. Every time he comes on the live stream, it's something. And the sister too, whenever time she comes on that live stream, it's always for a reason. If you notice them, if you notice D, I guess I'm going to include D in this one too. They really don't take the time and shout out anyone. You see these people? Look, let me tell you something. I was watching a video for her the other day, right? After she left the village, we thought she was going to go see her boyfriend, Poland. This woman is pretending and faking so much. She's stretching things out. I don't know what she got going on in her head, why this woman is so fake. I saw where she put in the video where she gonna buy flowers for a sick person that you all know, and she gonna take fruits for that sick person. She didn't say who the sick person was, and she claimed that she was gonna left her YouTube channel. And she also claimed that you all know who the sick person is. Who was the sick person is? Is that Castor she talking about? Because if she talking about Castor, ever since Castor got sick, you haven't heard Dabby Jr. that used to traveling up and down with this girl, claiming that this girl was a girlfriend. This girl used to be you have never heard none of them dedicate nothing to Castor and says, Castor, I hope she can recover. I hope she's okay. I hope her treatment is good. I hope she's getting along. Is she okay? They are the fakest thing. People sometimes ask them, Wango, how come we don't see with Sean Ara? She always have an excuse. We got busy lives. Oh, we got this. I mean, you don't have to have a busy life to check on a friend, to see if a friend is okay. Okay? You're not that busy. You're not that busy. If you call somebody your friend to stop and check on them at least once a week or every 2 weeks or whatever, and they can do the same to you. You're not that busy. And you're not that important either. What I have to say to you is, you better go back to Travels. Because if you don't go back to Travels, and you better go grab that boyfriend. Because the only way you get massive amount of views is when you have a man inside of your videos. And all the reactors know this. You at home scraping around and scraping this, talking about you building a mansion and all this. You guys are running to the top of the hill before you guys are throwing away your stick before you're reaching the top of the hill. What retirement home you building? What retirement home? If you're going to build a house, you're not going to wait until when you retire. How you know you're going to live to see retirement? You build a reasonable size house that you know you can build. Just because your brother got a big old mansion down there, and just because he gets donation from all of his subscribers to build that mansion, it don't mean you're going to do the same thing. And it don't mean it's possible for you. You create something that you know you can create. Don't force because your brother has something. And every time, and another thing that I see you that I have to say, every time this brother, you are around the brother, don't you see that Rocio is tired of your black ass? She's tired of you. You're interfering in her life at this point. And a lot of their subscribers are pissed off at you, Dimwango. Go get yourself a life. Go find your boyfriend. Go do your own life. Let these two go on their vacation with their children. I see where you're flying off with them to Nairobi. Are you going to be down by Watuma with them too? Because you visit Watuma on a regular, or Watumo, or whatever you call it, on a regular basis. You know about that river down there. You know about the sea. You know about the beach down there. It's no reason for you to be going into their lives and interfering with their lives. Go and get your own life. That's why Rocio is so sick and tired of you. She's sick and tired of seeing you. Because to her, she need privacy with Ayamara and her child. He's the one that breed her and give her that boy. You can't satisfy Ayamara. You are his sister. Stay in your own place. Leave Rocio and her man alone. Even though I don't like them and I don't fancy them, but this is the way how I feel, and this is the way how I'm talking. If you don't like it, that's too bad for you. This is my opinion. This is my opinion. And when the other reactors see things, that's their opinion too. They have a right to react, and reaction continues whether you guys like it or not. I heard Ayamara talking some bullshit about, oh, the lazy gangs, they don't go out and work. What you do? When you come on your live stream, what do you call that? You don't call it sitting down begging lazy? At least they're creating their own reaction. And they're not begging anything. You go on your live stream to sit down on your ass and you beg and you beg and you beg. And when you realize that you're not getting any money, you start to cry to your subscribers and talking about, oh, some boy knock out your eye and give you one eye. When you are the one that knocked the boy down and you reacted by throwing a stone in your eye, what that tells you, you're not a good person. From a very young age, you're not a good person. And now you with Rocio gonna fix your liver. When I tell you, Rocio gonna fix you. If you know what good for you, you do everything that Rocio says you need to do. Because at the ending of this, all of your subscribers, I'm gonna go to Rocio after a period of time. Because people are gonna see exactly right through you. They all know. They all call her a gold digger already as it is. They all call her that. She's used to that. She's used to being called a gold digger. But what I said, I don't understand why she would leave from her country, come to a man that don't even have proper running water in his house, don't even have proper bathrooms, even though she showed up with nothing. She showed up with nothing to come to a village, knowing that she don't like the people in the village. But if that's the way you look at it because you want Muzungu skins, if you know what I said? She needs to use you. You don't appreciate your people. You preach every day that you want a white woman and you want Muzungu woman because you're going to get treated better. You're not going to get treated better because even though you're with the Muzungu woman, when people see you, they're still going to see a black man standing beside that woman. If you think you're going to get better treatment or you want your kids them to be mixed or whatever it is, I've never heard any man sit down and plot and said, I don't want my African black women, they're too ugly. I've never seen that before in any culture that you sit down and eat with your own black people. Your mama is black, Dimwango black, your other sister black. And then you're going to sit down and say you don't want no black woman because they're ugly. So that means what you're saying, that your mama is ugly, Dimwango is ugly, your other sister is ugly. That's what you're saying. Because if you sit down and you're planning and say, I don't want no black woman to have children for me because they're too ugly, they got round face, and they're too fat. That's what you're saying. Isn't your mama a black woman? Isn't your sister a black woman? So how can I call a person like you a good person if you don't even like the color of your skin that God gave you? You can't change the color of your skin. Your mama can't change the way how she look. Dim Wongo cannot change the way she look. Everybody inside of you, you don't have no white people inside of your family. They all are black Africans. And if you can't love yourself, you're not going to love nobody else. You have to love yourself first. And if you're getting up every day and talking about, oh, people haven't taken care of you, you come out and talk about the stepfather abuse you when your mama was gone. Your mama was too busy. Yeah, your mama was too busy. She knew what she was doing, why she was so busy. She was teaching school, and what else was she doing? Because she came home every Friday. Because there's no way I'm going to be married to my husband, which we've been married a very long time, and then I'm going to leave because I am a nurse, and I'm going to say, look, to my husband, I'm not going to see you until next Friday. But that tells you, if I'm telling my husband that I'm not seeing him until next Friday, I'm having another man someplace else. Because what happened when you're lonely? What happened when you want a hug and a kiss? What are you going to do? You're going to stay away for over how many years? Living someplace else where you only come home 2 days a week. Of course, you're going to suffer from neglect. And how you think your stepfather going to arms and gloves you? You're not his biological child. And probably you was a bad little boy too. You was a bad little boy. To be going out flinging, knocking down a disabled boy, for the disabled boy to throw a stone in your eye. What that tells you? You should be home at that age, reading your book, studying, cleaning, washing, cooking. If your mama was not around or your father wasn't around. You got your real father on YouTube looking for you. Your real daddy on YouTube looking for you. Okay? Because you are the one that came and says that stepfather was treating you bad when you were growing up. And now the machete man is all guarding you with his machete. Yeah? That's how you work, Ayamara. 1 minute is good and the next minute is bad. All because of convenience. Whenever time is convenient for you. Oh yes. You all suck it up when it's convenient for you. And you thinking that you have a big YouTube channel like this. With how many, 500,000 subscribers. You thinking that people are not going to scrutinize you and scrutinize your move and see what you're doing? And all those illegal donations that you're collecting, you don't think one of these days the feds is going to come up on you? That's not the way to get money. You got to do it the right way. If you're collecting donations, it's a way how to collect donations. You can't just come up on YouTube and beg. Of course, 1 and 2 times somebody give you gifts. 1 and 2 times people can give you gifts. But for the constant begging and begging and begging and begging and begging, it's no good. It's become to be scamming. When you start coming up and say to yourself, you know what? I want a refrigerator. I want a stove. I want a generator. But I know I have this money in the bank. I can pay for it, but I'm going to have these subscribers pay for it for me. And you start to beg. What do you think that is? You don't think that's scamming? I think so. And Mr. Cecil, our Trenchtown grandpa, needs to call you and tell you that to his face. And when Mr. Cecil tell you that you're a scammer, Mr. Cecil needs to cut you off completely. You don't deserve. You don't deserve. All those people in America heard you calling out Big Mac and all that stuff. You know that? I hope that man don't see through you, because the minute he sees through, he's going to drop you like hot bread. He's going to drop you like hot cake. It's only so much you can do. It's only so much. And that little scam that you pull off, when that time when you had that storm running and taking off your dark glasses so everybody can see that you're begging and you want solar panel and the water coming down. You guys used to that kind of weather in Africa. It's not the first time. And all you care about is your damn solar panel, while other people end up dying in the storm. Other people end up losing their lives. Other people's home getting destroyed. The mud houses them started washing away. And you're worried about solar panel? Are you not worrying about other people around in your district to find out if they're okay? You're worrying about some damn solar panel? Look, solar panel in my ass. Yeah, that's what you're worried about, solar panel? Kiss my ass. That's what I gotta say to you. Kiss my ass.
He's saying, I already said I didn't like what he was doing. And I have said it, guys. Whoever want to believe me can believe me. Grandpa, I'm burning you out. David Omaji said I'm loving time I burn them out. But David Omaji come up with a video today. David, I'm gonna tell you this, my brother. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. This directly is for David Omaji. So respect is what the general deal with. Love, respect. I try to respect people as much as possible.
General saying if you guys disrespect him, he's gonna disrespect you guys back. But I can't see why Trenchtown Grandpa feel, because I heard the general was saying that it's because of Trenchtown Grandpa why he's not creating videos. You can't let Trenchtown Grandpa stop you from creating videos. They don't own YouTube space, okay? These people you don't need a permission from these people, man. These people are all evil people. The ones that deals directly with Mara like that in Africa, they're evil. I feel that these old studs, Jamaican uncle and Trenchtown Grandpa are bringing down our Jamaican culture. That's what I feel. Because when you guys sharpen up on our pencil, on an old pencil, and heading to Africa, fooling around these young girls that don't want you all, and then exposing you guys on top of it, it just make you guys look some kind of way. You men, you old studs, you guys are disgraceful. You guys are despicable. It's despicable, yes. Because what I know is I'm a Jamaican. And when I go around any race or culture, and as soon as they hear me open up my mouth, they ask me where I'm from, and I say I'm from Jamaica. Everybody start gravitating to me. That's how much people respect Jamaicans. But the way in which you guys up here on YouTube with your loose tails, it's gonna take the respect away from us. Since you guys over are so, you guys are so, I don't know how to put it. I want to search for the right word to fit you guys. But the only thing I can come up in my mind, that you guys are old studs. That's the only thing that can come up inside of my mind. And don't think we're going to be happy about this Trenchtown Grandpa. You know what you're doing there. You know, if you can't sponsor no kid or kids genuinely, you don't need to go there. And what is burning you out so much, since you claim that you're such a prestigious man, and Passy let out your secret, and all the stuff that you guys were doing, all the pictures, naked picture that she was sending you and sending other people, because other people, the general said he had the naked picture and it's nothing to look at. Can you just imagine how nasty and disgusting them dirty ass pictures are? For you guys old men. You guys old men can't find. You guys are supposed to have your wives. Supposed to have your wives at home. And you guys are going to these dirty, dirty African girls, dirty African women. Not all of them dirty, you know. Not all of them. Some of them really clean up their body, but some of them are dirty. Because if she is up there doing this, having our children, them, selling our souls like this, you don't even hear nothing more about her no more building that house. You don't even know. You don't even know. I'm glad we don't want her in here. I don't want to hear about her. Because all of this nonsense and all of this nastiness, we don't need it. We don't need no more corruption in our society. We don't. And you all men, stop taking the plane and go to Africa. Stop wasting your time. Use that money, go somewhere nice, go on vacation. What you guys running to Africa for? Just tell me one reason why you would just be going to Africa. What's in Africa that America don't have? Because America is the richest country. America is the richest continent. Tell me. Quick. What Africa has. Africa is always considered, certain parts of Africa, it's always considered as poor, degrading place. We do have some of those places here in America, don't get me wrong. We do have them here. But this place here, this America, the United States of America, is the best country in the whole world. And if you're going to be running from the best country in the whole world to go to a country like Kenya, Africa, to go seek out, though that's why Rocio calls them parasite. I see why she would call them a parasite. Because they digs into you and they suck into you. And you guys are allowing that. You guys are allowing them to do that. You guys going to leave your respectable wives and head to Africa for what reason? What's the mission in Africa? What is the mission? To go cut out road? You go cut out a dirt road and Ayamara came back and recut the road. So what did you do? Wasted all of your money and go in Africa just to go do what? Just to go do what? You want to tell me that you couldn't go to Jamaica and go into some of those communities that needs the help, to go help those people in Jamaica? You're going to go help a country and people that don't even recognize some of those people in those parts of the world. I've never heard a Caribbean country called Jamaica. They don't know what Caribbean countries are. The Mwanga might know and the brethren because they are travelers. So they know what the Caribbean is like. That's why Dee Mwanga is starstruck with Jamaicans, because that's the only place that has ever accepted her as a human being is in Jamaica. The rest of the countries don't even look at Dee Mwanga because they don't like the way she look. But our people accept her for who she really is and try to make her look decent like a human being when she was down there. And see what happened? Keno still haven't. I said that every day. Keno still have not gotten to 100,000 subscribers. So what was she doing? What was she doing in Jamaica then? Gathering up everything for herself. Gathering up all the views for herself. Gathering up this. Acting like she's what? The empress? You ain't no empress. You're not no empress. If you saw me in the case, I am the empress then. You're not no empress. Okay, so I don't know what they call you in Africa, but you're not coming to my country to come be no empress, because you ain't no empress. Because if you was the empress, when we needed your help, when the people needed your help down in Jamaica, you'd have been down there. If you call yourself you love Jamaica the way you said you love Jamaica, you should be down there hands and knees. The way how people were treating you in Jamaica, the way how you were getting the respect that you were getting to Jamaica. I would never want to leave a country like that. And I was getting so many views. I was getting so much subscribers and so much views. And you're going to leave a country like that? Me personally, if I were you, and I was getting subscribers like that, I would stay right up in that tree house or whatever you were calling that. You buy a house there, I'll buy a car there, the views keep coming in. I'm going to stay with the people that claim that they love me. I'm going to stay with the people that is showing me respect. Because you claim that your African people didn't treat you like that. The villagers don't even talk to you. They don't even like you in your village. And when you went to Jamaica, you found real people that accepted you for who you are, for what you look like. You found real people in Jamaica was giving you all of their respect. And you're going to leave out. You were even lying to your subscribers then, but that you're trying to get your Jamaican paper. What about the Jamaican passport? What about the stuff that you said that you were getting in Jamaica? Huh? What about all that? And you love Jamaica so much. You claim, hey, the way, if it was me like you, the way, I love Jamaica so, I probably would have stayed down there and find myself a husband. I would have to be running, boxing all over the place to look for these white men that really don't care about you. And that's what you're doing. JB didn't care about you, or JD, whatever his name is, calling you a monkey. The Jamaican people didn't call you no monkey. But yet you were killing a monkey the other day on your channel with the Adsabe tribe, with the shit coming out of the ass. And that was very offensive. We don't eat monkeys back home. We don't eat animals like that back home. Goats, pig, and cows. You're never going to see a Jamaican person go catch monkeys. We don't have monkeys back home. Not that I know of anyways. But you are inside of these people's tribe. Certain things you don't bring on camera. Certain things you don't come out with. That's the part of their life. You you watch them catch and kill the monkey. You didn't smell the parts and all the shit coming from out of his eye. And you were down recording it. Thinking that you're going to get 1 million views. But you did not. Because you know that wasn't right to do. I am surprised that people tolerated you with that video. It was so hard to watch. It was so hard to watch. You see that man kill that monkey like that. Put a sword up inside of the back. Shit coming through the ass. They're cooking the monkey with the shit coming out. They're cooking the monkey with the belly in. They're cooking the monkey with all the hairs on it. And you sat down there recording the whole thing. What about the smell that's coming from off of this dead animal? What about that? You guys are disgusting. Anything for views. Anything. You guys will do anything for views. Anything. We don't eat monkeys in Jamaica. We don't. And that was very offensive for you to be bringing up on your channel like that. Not right. Inappropriate. Very inappropriate. Very inappropriate. That was inhumane for us to see that. That's the tribe. That's what they do in their tribe. And they should have never allowed you to come in to their space like that to record all of that stuff that they do on an everyday basis for survival. Because when people come and record those people in their own habitat, it can be looked at in a different way for different society. Some people in America here do love animals and they don't like killing of animals. Some people in America here don't like stuff. They got monkeys as pets. I've seen people with pet monkeys here in America. So when you outside in the Adsabe tribe showing all of this, you killing and eating with that monkey with the teeth skinning out of the head like that and the shit flying out of the ass, roasting the shit out of the and roasting off of the hairs like that. That was so inhumane. We are tired of these little antics and here. Tired of these antics. You guys need to wake up. You guys need to wake up and stop with the clickbaiting and all of the lies that you guys are coming up here on YouTube telling. All the lies and all the fakeness needs to stop. If you can't create nothing from the heart, don't create nothing then. And then come up on your live stream talking about, oh, I might bring him. I might just bring him on my channel. I might bring my boyfriend on the channel. It's not going to be a problem. I might do that. If your man love you, there's no way you should be hiding. If a man claims that he loves you, you shouldn't have to hide. Bring the man up there. If it works out, it works. And if it don't, it don't. If that's what's going to bring you views, if that's going to make somebody really check out your channel, and you claim you have a boyfriend, what's the point of hiding? Maybe the reason why you're hiding is probably not even your boyfriend. Maybe that's why you're hiding. Anyways, guys, this is the ending of this video right now. This, I think I've gone a little bit too far as recording. But anyways, guys, Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Share the video, guys. Like the video, okay? We're going to come back again and we're going to react and we're going to react and we're going to react and we're going to react. Whether they like it or not, because we're going to call them out for who they are. Whatever we see, and if our opinion, we're saying this in our opinion, and this video is allegedly nothing. You can't come after me for my opinion. These are my opinions. Get used to it. Okay?